Hey everyone, it is late at night and I am Norman. Field watches are absolutely amazing, and tonight we're going to be looking at 4 of them. 3 of them I own and 1 of them I'm about to send off to the next reviewer. However, I'm hoping in the next few months I'll be able to add 1 of these to my collection because it's amazing. And I have straps. So I'm going to put them on a few of these and show you what they look like. And I'm going to put them on the wrist so that you can see what they look like when you're wearing them. Be sure to stick around till the end of this video where I'll tell you which of these 4 is my favorite field watch and which one is my least favorite and why. We have a busy night ahead of us, so let's flip the camera around and take a look at these watches. The first field watch I have is the CWC G10 Sapphire, and this is a 36mm watch with 18mm lugs. It has a sapphire crystal, and as you can see, this is quartz. I mean, it's right there on the dial. It actually has fixed spring bars, which is kind of cool. This particular aesthetic is definitely conducive with NATO's single pass straps. However, you can get leather straps that are geared toward actual wired lugs, so you could do a 2-piece strap on this. But so far I've only worn it on single pass and it looks absolutely amazing. This is such a great little watch. You can have it sitting on your shelf, and because it's quartz, anytime you need it, you can just pick it up, put it on, and it's ready to go. Next up we have the Hamilton Khaki Field. This is a 38mm case with 20mm lugs, and it also is fully bead blasted. I like the way the domed sapphire crystal blends into the curve of the bezel there. It all kind of works together to enhance the thin appearance of this watch. The handset is really great. This just looks amazing. And it's a hand winder. So it's a mechanical watch. It is not an automatic. The next watch I have is the Firefly field watch, and this is actually made for modders, so each component is sold as an individual product. So this case can be purchased on its own, same with the dial, and the handsets are available also. So you can kind of pick and choose and build the exact watch that you're after. This is super tough, such a tank. I actually like that flat crystal. It enhances the tooliness of this watch. It has a great kind of vintage all-around field watch dial on there. This is a 36mm case and it has an automatic movement in it. This particular one has an NH35 in it. The guys over at Cinco Mentes did such a brilliant job with this case, and the pairing with this dial is just brilliant. The last field watch I have is the Smith's PRS-29A, and just look at that. That box crystal is amazing, and you'll notice that it's actually frosted around the base here. So it has kind of a white ring around the edge, which serves to enhance that box crystal aesthetic. So amazing. And look at that dial. This is a 36mm case and it is a hand winder, so it's a mechanical watch. So out of these 4 field watches, we have 2 bead blasted cases. One of them in 36, one of them in 38. And you can see just how much of a difference 2mm makes. It's absolutely crazy. They both look amazing. And what you'll find is with these style of watches with the bead blasted cases, they really don't dress up well. The aesthetic you'll get out of them is simply a military field watch. You really can't dress them up. The other 2 have brilliantly brushed cases, and at least with the Smiths, I've been able to dress it up by putting leather straps on it and kind of letting it serve 2 roles. It's a tool watch, and yet it kind of looks dressy. especially with that crystal. I haven't tried dressing up the Firefly, but if you put it on a leather, I'll bet it would look brilliant as well. These both have the same size case, but you can see how much of a difference a bezel makes there. The Firefly looks a little bit smaller, and with the thickness there, it looks quite a bit tougher, and it feels like a tank, like I mentioned already. I've done a review of the Hamilton Khaki Field, and I've done a video showing what it looks like on an amazing black bund strap. I've also done a full review of the CWC G10 Sapphire, and a full review of the Firefly. I actually haven't done a review of the Smiths yet, but it has shown up in a few of my previous videos. All of these reviews and videos are linked in the description below, so be sure to check those out. Alright, let's see what the CWC looks like on a couple different straps. Here's what it looks like on a green Perlon strap. One thing to bear in mind is these lugs are pretty snug, so some thicker straps might cause you problems if you try and squeeze them through there. But check that out. That looks amazing. And here it is on a gray Perlon strap. This is what I actually wear this watch on typically. I absolutely love this aesthetic. It reminds me of a battleship. And it's kind of cool to see a field watch on something other than an olive drab strap. Here's what it looks like on a NATO made of black seatbelt material. And even a strap of this thickness was difficult to squeeze through these lugs. So definitely bear that in mind if you go with one of these. It's cool how different it looks on these different straps. This really highlights that black dial with the contrasting white indices. Now when it comes to straps that are 20 millimeters wide, I'm kind of limited. Most of my watches are actually 18 millimeters in lug width. But this is a great strap that I got for my brother as a gift. And look at how cool that looks on that watch. I love how these offset stripes kind of distract you from the thickness of the case. And when I put this on the Smiths Everest, it also distracted from the small case size versus the wide lugs. I don't feel like this watch has that same issue, but it looks great on there. Here's that same watch on a gray shark tooth NATO. And look at how cool that looks. And check out the Firefly on the Hamilton Khaki Fields NATO with the leather accents on there. This strap is so cool, and just look at that. It's almost like they were made for one another. And check out the Khaki Field on the strap that came on the Firefly. I am going to have to get one of these. That looks so cool. The rugged appearance of this strap is absolutely perfect for the Khaki Field. And I'll be sure to include a link to the company that produced this strap in the description below, because this is just amazing. That is so cool. Oh. This is actually the first time I've tried this watch on this strap, and I am super impressed. And here's the Khaki Field on something very interesting. This is a super thin rubber NATO strap. Check that out. That is a surprising aesthetic. That looks so great. And as you can see, this is a blue shark strap. I've had this one for quite a while. I got it way back when I was collecting only dive watches. And another first for me is the Smiths on a gray Perlon NATO. That is cool. I have actually not tried this before. I've had this on leather, I've had it on shell cordovan, I've had it on black NATOs and green ones, but not gray. I may have to wear it like this for a while. I love how thin Perlon is. It allows you to have a single pass strap, and yet the watch still wears right on your wrist. It doesn't stick up at all. And you can get super exact sizing on them, because you basically create your own hole each time you put it on. Here's the strap I've been wearing it on recently. And what I love about this is just how vintage it looks. So cool. Here is the Smiths on my 7-inch wrist. Absolutely brilliant field watch. And the Khaki Field on this great Rubbernado. I'm definitely going to have to keep it on this for a while. That is cool. I find that this watch actually looks really great on a black strap. It's really surprising. And the Firefly on the strap that my brother got me. That is a unique aesthetic that you don't see too often. And I'm so stoked that I've been able to experience and review this watch. I totally need to get one. And here is the CWC on the strap that I've been wearing it on pretty much since I got it. And like I said, it's like a battleship on the wrist. The two slightly different shades of gray just look so great together. Anytime I need a tool watch really quick, this is the watch that I pick up off the shelf, and it's ready to go. Each watch is lumed a little bit differently. You can see that the Firefly has the indices lumed as well as the markers on the outside of them. The Hamilton Khaki Field just has the markers on the outside. Same with the Smiths and the CWC. And you can see that the triangles are also loomed on these two. And the Firefly has two different tones to the lume. There's the blue and the green there. Super cool. The Smiths and the CWC are a little bit more blue than the Hamilton Khaki Field. So out of these four watches, which is my favorite? I would have to say that the Smiths is my absolute favorite of these four. That watch is super cool. Definitely number one. I mean, look at that crystal. My least favorite would have to be the Hamilton Khaki Field. It's just a bit large for me personally. If this was available in a 36mm, it would definitely be higher on my list. Next, I'd have to say the CWC, just because it's so utilitarian. You pick it up and it's ready to go, and it's just so tough. And third would be the Firefly. This is just brilliant. Now, when I own one and have it for a while, it might actually go up on the list a bit. Maybe knock the CWC off of its place. And being an automatic, nice. It would actually fit perfectly in my collection because I currently don't have one. So there you have it, 4 brilliant field watches, all side by side, so that you can decide which one you personally would prefer, if not all of them. Thanks for watching.